Lovely job. So one jacket each on the seats there. How are we doing? All right?
Morning.
All right.
Thank you.
Bags on first.
As you can see, it's obviously quite a steep-sided rock, so at no point are we rock climbing. We will miss birds in crevices, and that's fine. We want a decent idea of how many storm petrels are here, but also we're kind of, oh, there's the thing to tell me to pull into this. We're also just trying to see if they're still here following the rat removal. So rats were found here in sort of January, February, and Trish, you were part of that plan to get rid of them. We hope we've got rid of them all, but St Helens right there is infested with rats, and that's probably where they swam under their own steam, so they could have swum back already again this summer potentially. Probably not, because they'll have lots of food at this time of year. So we're going to check monitoring today. We've got some maps, and that's got the little wax blocks, and we'll look for nibble marks. So that's really important to see if the rats are still gone, but then, like I say, to see how many storm petrels are breeding here. The last time we counted storm petrels was 2015, and we had roughly 78 or 80 pairs of storm petrels, which means we've probably got about 30 replies, because, is that right? So this correction factor, not all the birds, they're down there, but they don't always reply to the call. So a lot of them will ignore it, so you have a correction factor, 30 replies, equates to about 80 active burrows. When it comes to how to do it, they can be in absolutely any rock crevice, underneath boulders, they can be in amongst vegetation, little bits under the thrift. Storm petrels will squeeze in and breed anywhere.
So won't be any signs of any droppings or anything out?
Not necessarily. You might see an entrance hole, but other places there'll be nothing to tell you. So you kind of just need to play at least a call. If there's sort of lots of multiple entrances, the idea is as long as their call is made within 2 meters of any bird. So we'll sort of try and stay as a line and come down the slope, I think, and sort of just keep an eye on the person either side of you and make sure you're not missing gaps between you. If you find you're going faster than people around you, maybe just play a few more holes around and just sort of try and stay in line, because then you can also say, I got that bird already, or, you know, we're missing we've spread out a bit too much. And then the person on the edge will need to sort of see where make sure they go back up the same line, and just call out if you get any birds. And the first couple of birds we'll all gather over and listen and make sure we know what we're listening for. But basically that sort of whirring call that you've downloaded on your phones, the male makes that, so you might actually the male might properly kick into that, but often it's just a sort of church it, which is in the middle of one of those recordings, and often that's all you hear. So any sort of noises from underground is going to be a storm petrel probably. There might be the odd chick, they're mostly on eggs now, but there might be the odd chick, and they just do a really pathetic little whistle, almost like a small chicken chick. And there could be storm petrel, Manx shearwater chicks down there as well, which might make noises as well, but hopefully adult storm petrels as well.
it's in that chamber there, I think.
Oh, she's put the flat inside then, right, okay, that's not how they were before. I doubt it.
They're not really.
No,
They're not. I think if rat found them, you'd literally eat the whole thing. It's a
I
massive
don't think
amount.
so. It's just going to be knocked and
I think they just sort of
take a photograph of
physical damage, isn't it? Yeah, if you've got a camera shot.
No, there's no tape.
No take.
No.
Not you. Yeah, we've got film it.
Okay. No take at all, is there?
Okay.
Pioneer that hung in there and evaded the rats.
He's off again.
Oh, there he goes.
So that's 2 definites.
Yeah. So that. So that's a male in there. It's Corlear's territory. It's in this place here, so it's.
There's some areas where the Manx shearwaters are nested. The rocks.
Okay, go. Yeah.
That wasn't very graceful. No.
Yeah. Considering I've done it endlessly non-stop.
Right, we'll see you later, Liam. Alright. Joel, keep going.
Yeah.
Remember all those times you were cheeky to me at